Hello, welcome back to this long overdue video. And today I finally have the results for the 5v5 challenge for you, which I made over a year ago now. And yeah. So first off, I'd like to take all the blame for everything that went wrong, because this is basically my inexperience of hosting challenges coming through. Like, none of the issues were like Cass's fault or something, so please don't blame him for anything. The delay of the results video is entirely my fault, because we made up a time day to record, and I just couldn't at that time, and then again and again, and then it just kind of was on ice for like a year. So terribly sorry for that. And then also the idea with the schematics was actually my idea, because I was like, well, schematics are easier for you guys to submit to me. But then I didn't think that entirely through, though. So things like locationality and update order of specific things got broken while importing some of them. So I actually kinda don't have a working version of them to show you. However, I do have a video to replace that. And yeah, let's quickly take a look at my door, which started the whole challenge, and then we will move on to your guys' submissions. Cass isn't here right now because time issues, scheduling issues, and once again that's my fault, because I kept pushing back the things and procrastinating on things so long that I'm terribly sorry. I'll take all the blame. Let's just get right into them doors. So I'll keep this short, because this video isn't about my door. This video is about your guys' submissions. So very brief explanation. This is my door. This is actually version 2 of my door. I made version 1 back then when I hosted the challenge. So 2 years ago. And I've lost version 1 because it kind of broke, because stuff happened to it, and version 2 is better in every way, so I'll just quickly show this. If you're interested in more of this, I will have an extra video linked in the description, which is just about this. I don't want to distract from the others. So, yeah. Mazuma didn't have the time to make one, so this was the only thing I have to present as the host, I guess. And yeah, let's check out the first submission by Yellow Bunny. So here we have the first door. This is by Yellow Bunny, and it uses a really crazy layout, which I would have never come up with myself. So first he pushes in sand from the floor, eventually. And then he just rotates the sand around and reveals the glass door, which was hidden behind the walls. It's insanely creative, and I would have never ever thought of this myself ever. So then he just rotates it back in and then pushes the sand back down, which is actually really interesting. He uses 6 pistons, which 3 point one way and then 3 point the other way, which just get moved back and forth, as you can see. And then the sand just gets rotated out. So as you can see here, that is just one left, one right, left, right, left, right. That's really interesting and really smart. Good job, Yellow Bunny. And yeah, I really like the layout. I must admit, I have no idea what's going on up here. I do not understand what's going on up here. But yeah. Really interesting design, nice double-sided, and yeah. Thank you, Yellow Bunny. Next up on the list is this very vertical door from Emma Jo and Perry Peregrine. I'm sorry, I probably butchered both of those names. They left us some signs here. Oh, I guess he's called Red Tech in game. Or I meant Joe, to avoid misunderstanding. Yeah, that guy or that I'm confused. So this is 3 wide and like pushes up vertically, as you can see right there. And then the lava just flows in from the sides right there. And then there's another tape up here which prepares the worm for the closing. And it's actually done now. So nice double-sided, nice 3 wide. And when we fire this again, you can see that it uses the, I guess nowadays, standard worm tape pusher thing. Something. Like with the iron trapdoor and the double worm. And then there's just another tape to make the ceiling seamless. Very nice concept. I really like how like slim it is. Like this is no wiring basically. Like it is wiring, but the wiring is 3 wide. It's very compact, very dense, and I mean okay, I guess besides the hole down here, but like the wiring is neat. You basically have a bunch of observers at the top, so yeah, and then you have like two control like connections from top to bottom, and then everything just oops. That should actually be fine. The input is just an observer reading a hopper, so if I didn't spam that too hard, that should be fine. So, big plus, apparently it's double click spam proof, so good to know. And thank you, Emmett, and thank you, Perry, for your submission. It's a really cool door. Next up, we have this one from Stitch Coder, or Stitch Code? I don't know. There's like it's Stitch, but there's no T, so yeah. The cool thing about this one is it uses a flying machine to like slide in the door, and in action it looks like this. So here comes the door, and there is the door. And then of course lava coming from the top. Nice and double-sided. And then the flying machine just like resets to where it came from. So I did not expect to see a flying machine when I made the challenge, and not disappointed. I see it's not too compact, but I guess it was just a proof of concept with the flying machine. So yeah, very unique layout that we have a lava leak somewhere, and yeah, then there's just a secondary flying machine which pushed over, and then the walls close back up again. And then we have yet another flying machine which closes the final hole in the wall. Very interesting idea. I did not expect to see 3 flying machines used in one of these. So yeah, thank you Stitch Coder for your submission. Oh boy, this one. This one is from Spacewalker. And for those of you who know Spacewalker, you probably know, okay, well, you can already see the sign. This one opens in 1.05 seconds. So that looks like that. Well, that's the closing, and then there's obviously, we need time for the lava to flow. But like, look at the opening. The opening is just like, done. Now, because I have no idea what's going on in this, to be honest, Spacewalker has generously provided a a bunch of slow motion footage, which I will just display, which I will just put on the screen now somewhere, because I don't know what's going on here, and you probably don't as well. So let's enjoy these awesome slow motion shots from him. So once again, thank you Spacewalker for this insanely fast door, and thank you for providing slow motion shots which I can enhance the video with. And yeah, on to the next door. Now, this one is from Lin Jing or Lin Jin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm terribly sorry. And this one has like no wiring whatsoever. You can see it's like almost entirely air because the wiring is so minimalistic. It has a permanently running clock right here though. And also this is way too locational. I've went through trying to find a spot where it works, and apparently there are like 36 things which are locational in here, so I kinda just gave up. Instead I will just show parts of his video here, because you have to see this in action. Very nice design, very nice design. I really like the minimalistic idea here, which is happening. So I can just demonstrate you what happens in this location, for example. So if I just turn this off, that works fine. Closing works fine. Besides the one lava thing not actually like coming down because that piston is not being retracted properly. But then if I try to open it, everything just kinda like that works, but then yeah. You can see how this is like already for like messed up here because this piston fired before that one, so this a tire slider doesn't work. And because of that slider never reaching the bottom, this never triggers. Now if I were to fire this manually, and that would fix those, but that would like still not fix the issue with this piston being like it's not easy to fix, and I am terribly sorry. This is 100% my fault. It is an epic door. And thank you, Lin Jing, for your submission, even though I totally like made it look bad. And just like the last door, this also sadly doesn't work due to my incompetence as the challenge hoster. Because, well, yeah. This one is from YouTube, or YDYT, I guess. And as you can see, this kind of just like doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do. Which comes once again down to like me like importing the schematic and then stuff updating inside, and I've tried my best to try to get it to work, but I failed horribly. He left us a book in which he said he only had 1 day to work on this, and for one day this looks rather interesting of setup. These sides in particular are very interesting, the way it like slides the stuff upwards. And then the bottom, I have just no idea how the bottom is supposed to work. So this is like far beyond my expertise. This looks really impressive, I must say, and I'm once again terribly sorry I am such a bad, inexperienced challenge host. And yeah, thank you, YD YouTube, for your door. So for a final like ranking, we've decided there is no ranking, no one won or everyone won because everyone's a winner in 2021 because that's how it works. Jokes aside, the real issue is you can't compare them at all because, well, you have the yellow bunnies, which has like a really interesting and unique layout. And then you have Emmett's and Perry's, which has a worm layout and like does it differently. Because Yellow Bunnies was designed to work with the unique layout, Emmett's and Perry's was designed to be small. And then Lin Jing's was actually designed to take up as little space of wiring as possible, so with a very minimalistic approach. And then Stitch Coders was designed with a flying machine in mind. Mine was designed with redstone block only. Spacewalkers was designed to be fast as fuck, boy! And, like, you can't really compare them. So, in the spirit of 2021 and everything being, like, shit, everyone's a winner. And the real winners are the friends we made along the way. Am I right? So thank you for watching. I'm terribly sorry this video is disappointing because the hype has been building for over a year, and yeah. Although I did always say the results were coming in 2021. So yeah. Thank you for watching, thank you for having patience with me, thank you for tolerating my incompetence, and I don't know, should I host another one of these? I mean, I've learned some stuff on how to not fuck these up as badly, but I kind of feel like this is unredeemable. Leave a comment if you want to see future challenges from me, or if I should just leave this to Cass. So... bye!